Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to explain to you how to do this research project, and it is about how the moon formed. Let's read these directions together. The directions say, by the way, this is a quiz grade. Use the sources located on the third page of this assignment to research and fill in the data table below. Complete information for at least 3 of the 4 theories. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 theories here: the fission theory, capture theory, co-accretion, and giant impact. Okay. You only have to complete 3 of the 4 theories. So that means that you go down the column. You do the whole column for this one, you do the whole column for another one, and you do the whole column for another one. Now, you can do the 4th theory, and that will give you 10 extra credit points, which can be used towards this quiz assignment if you get anything wrong, or any other assignment. If you don't need them for this, I'll give you those extra credit tickets. So you're going to list also the names of the websites that you use the most, just 2, on the second page. I will show you how to do that in a moment. And if you find any other sources that I did not list below on the third page, you get extra credit for that as well. The final thing here is to remember to highlight the title of the theory that is most widely accepted today, and that is worth 8 points. So what that means is, of these 4 theories, one of them scientists believe is the one that happened, that most scientists believe is the one that happened. There are scientists out there that believe that any of those could have happened. But out of these 4, there's one of them that scientists feel is the most likely reason. So what you are going to do is find that theory. You are going to highlight that title in yellow. So use your highlighter and do that. Okay, that is very important, worth 8 points. Okay, I'm not saying that's the right one. I'm just giving you an example. So let's go through this. The first 2 boxes in each one of these columns, you are going to have to find supporting evidence for the theory. What that means is you find 2 sentences, 2 facts where scientists say, this theory is possible, and here's the reason why. This theory happened. The moon formed in this way, and here's the reason why. Okay. In the next one, it says evidence that states that this theory cannot be true. So that's like the opposite of what you just did. So you're going to find one statement, one fact that where scientists say, nope, the fission theory could not have happened. And here's the reason why. Because anytime you look at a theory, you're always going to find people who argue about it, who are going to say, yeah, this is the reason why this is true. Or then they're going to say, well, nope, I don't believe that because this is the reason why. So you're finding 2 pieces of supporting evidence, it could have happened, and 1 piece of evidence that says, nope, this could not have happened. I'm going to give you an example of that in a little bit. The last column here, okay, says, do you think this theory is plausible? So the word plausible means possible. So what do you think? Do you think that in your research that the fission theory could have happened? Yes or no? So you're going to say yes, or you're going to say no. But then don't just stop there. You have to tell me why you believe that. So you're going to go back into your research and you're going to find an additional piece of evidence that says why or why not. So you cannot repeat anything you put in those boxes. Okay? All right. So let's go to the next page. It says list your sources. So I give you on the third page 5 different sources. You can use all these. You can find all of your answers in all of these. All you have to do is copy and paste the 2 sources that you use the most. None of these sources will give you the answers for the entire data table. You're going to have to go to at least 2 or more of these. So copy and paste the 2 that you use the most in your research and paste them here. Okay, so there's 1, and then give me a second one. If you use 4 of them, that's fine. Just copy and paste the 2 that you use the most. Okay, that's easy. This last part here is extra credit also. Now, what if you went and you found information that was not one of these resources? That's awesome. As long as it's a reputable resource, whatever the website is, you're going to give me that website, www dot, and give me the full URL, the full website, so that I can check it out and take a look. If you give me Google, Google doesn't count. Google is a search engine. I really don't want anything from Wikipedia. You're not going to put something that's like Mr. Bob loves astronomy. I don't know who Mr. Bob is. Now, if it's a Bill Nye website, Bill Nye loves astronomy, that's different. He's a reputable source. A NASA website, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's a reputable source. Okay. So it has to be a reputable source. You get extra credit. You do not have to do 3, 4, and 5. It is extra. Okay, so let's go through some of these resources here. I'm going to click the first one. This first one is just a video. You can watch the video. You can't copy and paste from a video, so you would have to type in on your own the information in this box. Okay, what I recommend is that you decide which 3 you want to do and go down the column and answer everything in that column. Do not go across this way. It's easier if you stay focused on one theory at a time and fill in that column. Okay, the second resource, space.com. How was the moon formed? Special note here, co-formation, you're going to see that in the website, is the same thing as co-accretion. So here's co-accretion. In this second source, they call it co-formation. It's the same thing. So let's go here. So how was the moon formed? And you're going to see here they talk about the giant impact theory. They talk about the co-formation, which is the same thing as co-accretion. They talk about the capture theory. So there's only 3 that they talk about here. They don't talk about all 4. So that's why I'm saying you're going to have to go to at least more than one of these resources. Let's talk about finding evidence that supports and evidence that goes against these theories. And I'm going to show you an example. So here is one piece of supporting evidence. Okay, known as Theia, the Mars-sized object collided with Earth, throwing vaporized chunks of the young planet's crust into space. Gravity bound, meaning it held the particles together, creating a moon that is the largest in the solar system in relation to its host planet. That just means that our moon is the largest moon compared to our size. So Jupiter has like 80 something moons, but they're a lot smaller compared to Jupiter. So this sort of formation would explain why the moon is made up of predominantly lighter elements, making it less dense than Earth. Okay. The materials that formed came from the crust while leaving the planet's rocky core untouched. Okay, so there's a piece of supporting evidence. So what you'll do is I'm going to copy and paste that. It's multiple sentences. It's okay. We're going to go here. Let's go up to the giant impact, and you're going to paste it in that box. Okay, so there's one of your pieces of supporting evidence. Now let's take a look at the opposite, a piece of evidence that says why that may not have happened. So things like this, okay, it's not without its challenges or scientists disprove. Those are like some key terms that you're going to look for. So here's a piece of evidence that shows why this may not be true. Although this is the most popular theory, hint, hint for your highlighting, it is not without its challenges. Most models suggest that more than 60% of the moon should be made up of the material from Theia, but rock samples from the Apollo missions, the ones we talked about yesterday, suggest otherwise. So here's a piece of evidence that says, even though the giant impact theory is the one that we most believe today, this is the reason why. This is something that says, well, maybe it didn't happen. So that is our opposing evidence. So we're going to go down to the evidence that says it cannot be support or may not have happened, and you're going to paste it in there. Okay. Remember to answer the rest. Give me a second piece of supporting evidence, something that says, do you believe it could have happened? Yes or no. Tell me why. You cannot repeat what you wrote here. Okay? Let's go and take a look at the other resources very quickly. This one says the 4 theories on how the moon formed. So this resource will talk about all 4 of those theories. Okay, so find your supporting evidence. This may not have anything that says why they may not have happened. It may only give it for a couple. That's why you have to go to multiple sources. Okay, and then we have 4 wild theories on how the moon formed. Okay, another website. This one I do want to show you 4 theories on how the moon formed. This I made on a doc. These are pictures that I screen captured. So you cannot copy and paste from here. You are going to have to look what it says and type it in on your own. But this is a very good resource because, first of all, I give you videos for each one of the theories. And here, every single section, except for the giant impact, tells you why scientists think it could not have happened. So that's in the problem section. So the problems tell you why the capture theory didn't happen. Here's the fission theory, a video, why scientists think it did not happen. So this really is a very good resource for that third box. Okay, so that is the project. I got you started on a couple of answers. Please go back over this video if you forget how to do any section. And that's it. I hope you have fun learning about these theories, and I can't wait to see what your thoughts are in this last column are. Okay, good luck, have fun. CG out.